check it next 2 years, value because proper maintenance. One, and I think that it is that time go let them run it as an enterprise, not corporate social. It is not NGO. It is not a give. It is not an aspect of government that government wants back to the. It is business. Now, when they run it the business way, then people are ready to take their family to the stadium and see a match the weekend, shout, blow your vuvuzela and all those things. They are ready to pay for it. But number one, they are not assured of their safety. Now you can't get pressed in the stadium and get a proper place to ease. These things are primary things. Get government hands off the teams. Let them just provide structure. Like the English, some of the stadiums in the UK are owned by government. The private clubs will come and they know how much they are paying. Government is making money from their structure. So now it will begin to trickle down. You will see that the board, they want to make money. So all this, we are the owners. So you come into the stadium, you pay. This money will start trickling down. The viewership will improve. Oh, I saw Ikorodu City yesterday. It was awesome. It was sweet. Now you are marketing to me. Now when you market to me, I feel like I want to go. These things will begin to trickle down. But Edo Queens, they did what they could. I think TP Mazembe was the better side. And why? They were better. The one man that owns both Mazembe, if you have Champions League, you see that they are one
in the main side.
Well-run football club. They pay like some clubs in Europe.
Yeah.
They have the money because they are on, and those countries don't have Nigeria's population. They don't have Nigeria's wealth. They are rich people that are okay in this nature. Now look at Lagos Liga that is about to kick. Look at the guys investing in that. Look at the amount on ground. In a state, not the whole Nigeria. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, government should take care of enabling the environment. Stadium, roads,
security.
Don't run the club. Give the clubs to the private firms. Sell them off. Enough of lukewarmness. I think lukewarmness is costing us even talent, because some of these guys that are well talented are going into the bush of Europe. How can you explain Sunday Umba, a Nations Cup winner that got us marking important goals, going straight to Bastia, third division in France? These things will trickle down.
All right. Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much. I think you have just said so many things. Thank you. So let's quickly look at it. Let's go to the next one. That is review the match. Nigeria versus Rwanda. What actually happened? Nigeria have already qualified. How come Rwanda came and defeated Nigeria in Uyo, our own home? At the first loss for Eguavomi in his fourth stint as the coach of the Super Eagles. What went wrong?
I think the guys were they've qualified. They don't need to. As far as I'm concerned, they were just.
That's the Nigerian factor. We get comfortable with very little things, and we're satisfied with very little things. We're easily satisfied. Unfortunately, that's one of our greatest sons. We're so happy at mediocrity. But what should be like base level for developed nations is like celebratory luxury. Oh, we have light. Have light. That's like basic in some other places. So when you see Nigerian players go out there and they're scoring one goal or they're leading by one goal, see them sit back so comfortable and trying to defend one goal. They can turn at the next time. Why most of the time we suffer? Because you see so much aggression before they get the one goal, and immediately they get the one goal, you see so much relaxation, you see so much recession, and you see so much lackadaisical attitude in the players and the coaching crew. But another thing it does is to expose the coaching or Ipavo
Yeah.
It clearly shows that he cannot manage the team mentality, because he took players there, and these players were already qualified by the virtue of the fact that Libya was able to defeat, I think, Rwanda. I mean, were able to defeat Republic du Benin.
No,
Rwanda.
They played
Oh.
They defended Rwanda with the true with
We were
the
playing Rwanda. So
No, we were playing Benin.
Benin.
the last match we played was
the
against
Rwanda,
Rwanda.
The
yeah.
last.
It was the
one,
second
they
one,
won,
yeah.
they
Okay,
lost.
that was
That was second to the last. They
second
won.
one.
They won that
They
one actually.
So
defeated
because Libya
Rwanda.
gave us the ticket, and, you know, and
They
Libya has
didn't
been,
give us the ticket.
they've been generous. They gave us 3 goals,
They
3
didn't give
points.
Because if you look at the way they played here,
Uh,
if we go there, they
Uh.
will come out to play and they will consider.
but that's just they gave us 3 points without playing the match, without kicking a ball, and they helped us to defeat those who could challenge us.
Yeah.
So we went into
But
that match
11
qualified.
points was
now, because we went into that match qualified.
Mm.
These guys complacent, yes, but what happened to the coaching crew?
Yeah, but another
Their
thing.
psychology.
Yeah,
What happened?
Another thing again, I want us to actually look at before the match was played. Ademola Lookman had a slight injury, so he was released back to his club. Online, the club requested him back. Eguavon granted the permission. He left. Now, on the day of the match, Kevin Bassey was on the bench. Ndidi was on the bench. Iwobi was on the bench. Some of the players that matters were on the bench.
one thing.
Even Sime was on the bench until that was.
I just feel that we should not crucify him for this. I think he will learn from it. You have to look at other facts from it. And give and take, they should momentum. But the loss has happened. I won't crucify Guavon because it's been a while to qualify for a Nations Cup.
Comfortably.
That is
Yeah.
what we are going to World Cup qualifying group. So where Guavon went, as far as I'm concerned, instead of going to bring a dead coach or
Eguavon
maybe
should continue.
F list, they are not bringing in an A list coach. And what is A list? The top coaches. So Eguavon, because I saw something in that Libya game that I think that he has learned from the Afcon that outstanding that I took. He kept twerking things.
Yeah.
He kept twerking things. The goal was the product of his substitute. And he would have told him positional play. Then the guy who crossed the ball, I think, was a substitute.
Yeah, Moses.
So instead of crossing into the box, cross it outside. Be there. Instructions. So I kept seeing that in the game. So I think apart from the game whereby it looked like he lost ideas, they just were playing the same way until they lost. So, but this one he kept twerking, and got the victory at the end of it. It was pivotal qualifier. So I think he understands the boys. The boys respect him. The boys love him. But I think it just gave him a foreigner that is technically sound. Instead of an F-list like Pesel, give him proper and give him and like you will give a fuck. He will perform.
All right, let's go to the next one here. Why I choose this match, the match between Libya versus Benin. I reckon the ordeal of the captain of Benin. What Libya actually did to them. That's Stephen Mouni, the captain of Benin. He came out. He said they were treated like animals in Libya. Just similar thing they did to Nigeria. That they were disrespected. And after the match, they were throwing. They were throwing. They were throwing water bottle on them, throwing sachet water on them. They have to run out of the pitch, and even their security, we are attacking their own boss going. So I don't know what do you have to say with this kind of team you're having in Africa.
First, okay.
Let me first of all refer you back to what we had in the preview between Nigeria and Libya. Before they even came at all, we had this dissension about their perception. of playing us. Of course, we thought it was personal to us, but we were able to expound it that it's not just about Libya. A lot of North African national club level are very hostile other parts of the Africa, and they don't mind it at all. They don't even hide it. They are out there to clearly show you we're not going to allow you to win. We're not going to make it easy for you. And Libya 2018, 2017, 2018 qualifiers, Libya will come to Nigeria and refuse to stay at the hotel that Nigeria procured for them in Akwa Ibom, stating that they must have put juju there. They clearly said it. That they must have put juju and voodoo in those hotels. So they went for a cheaper, low-grade hotel. And then they started complaining that the hotel they gave them was poor. Meanwhile, they gave them a four-star hotel or five-star hotel.
Five-star hotel.
In the first place. And they refused. So they themselves went to check themselves into a three-star hotel, and they were now complaining about service. That's 2018. And they refused to even use all the buses we gave them that time too. So that was not the first time. I mean, this time around was not the first time they were hostile and aggressive and untrusting. So when they came this time around and they started playing all those drama, I knew something was going to happen when we had to go there. They refused to sit on the chairs at the international airport in Port Harcourt. They sat on the floor. They had mats. Of course, we expect that would be their praying mats. But was it supposed to be used at the airport? They were sleeping on the floor. They were just going to be there for a few minutes while they were moved away to the other town, and they refused to go by plane, claiming that they didn't have the fund. So they have come with a lot of arrangements, a lot of excuses and lies just to sell an agenda that, look, they did this to us. They did that to us. They didn't allow us to go here. So, in other words, prepare for it. So when they got us in their own town and in their own place, and they were doing all that thing they did, all the drama, I knew they built it from here. Now, fast forward it to half decision. 3 points taken from them. 3 goals to Nigeria. And then they lost their ticket.
Yeah.
So what do they have to lose right now? Nothing.
And they are doing it again to Benin?
They don't have anything to lose again. They lost their ticket. Number 2, they're already at war with CAF. Because now they will believe that CAF is not favoring the Arabian side of Africa.
Can you imagine?
Because they still believe they are Arabian.
You know, after the match, that was Benin knew that they have already qualified. Benin were celebrating. They refused them for celebrating. They chased them.
They are very hostile, and they are not going to hide it. They have shown it. They don't care the sanctions that might come. Of course, they have money to still pay. They are not going to the Nations Cup. So what the heck? You possibly ban them for some matches against the next one. Who cares? So the fans are as wild and as hostile as the FA. And the FA is as bad as the political environment. So so Libya is what they are. I don't think we should bother ourselves too much on that, really, because you can't give what you don't have. That's what they are.
All right, Yemai, what do you have to say about the Libya side with this kind of continuous attitude, even against Benin Republic?
I think they'll never have enough as a punishment. But after investigation, these are just allegations.
These are not allegations. This is what is. Watch the video. Watch the play. It's there already.
Still an allegation.
Yeah.
Let them hearing. Let them see. Then after repeating it afterwards, then maybe take their own game to the other side of.
All right, you can hear that. Take their own games to the other side of Africa. Let's quickly go now. We're going to preview some of the matches for this weekend. We have the first match here. We'll start with the match between Leicester City versus Chelsea. That is our first match for the weekend. Yeah. So,
Leicester City.
Yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea.
So Leicester City, recently had a fall. Man United, they had us, and they're not looking good right now. Chelsea, we know, is building momentum, standing shoulder to shoulder with top players. last week we had to dissect some, and I made some predictions. Variably came to pass.
Yeah.
And this week I'm still going to predict Chelsea is going to beat Leicester, hands down. Chelsea will get all the 3 points in that. There's no contest.
All right, Yamite, what's your take on that?
I think be again in about international break that there's a can't really early or most times because many of these players for traveling and all those things. Hopefully, just
All right, we will be also Nottingham Forest, Arsenal tomorrow also, and we know what Nottingham Forest can do. We saw them; they are the only team that have defeated Liverpool this season, and they were playing against Arsenal at home.
I know Nottingham Forest has sprung rises. Look at the position. At the time they were sitting in third place.
Fifth now.
For about two, and they have proven that they are strong. And who has been scoring?
Yeah, Chris Wood. Yeah.
And still have our goal hero on the bench who can substitute him. But I believe Arsenal should win. The reason is Arsenal needs to back. Arsenal played the last game, lost matches, and that's not good for their campaign. They're in a campaign for Premiership. They can or even lose points. Nottingham Forest wants all the points. So Arsenal has to be up. Only a lot of their players are back. Odegaard is back. Saka is back. That is there to put in the ball into the net. And then I think Gabriel Jesus is there as a backup striker too. They have their full complement players except for Saliba. But
okay.
Arsenal should get it.
All right, Man City versus Tottenham.
I think anybody can win. Budget is not. Have to. Let's see. Tottenham to not in the best. I think that it will be one hell of a cracker because that shows maybe a lot of goals at the end of.
All right, a lot of goal at the end of the game. At the end of the day, Celta Vigo versus Barcelona.
Barcelona has it, and Celta Vigo will be coming as our end. Stadium. Fortunately, Lamine Yamal is out back here. Variably, the last match it didn't be obvious that Barca was lacking the width up front.
And which is one of their strengths.
That's the major strength. That width, the inability to predict how they move. That has been the flick because it could move from the center and then through the wings. But without Lamine Yamal in the last game, they were shrunk. They were like somebody with their wings caught, one of the wings caught. And the guy at the other end was. But Dani Olmo is back. But we know Dani Olmo is a wide player. Not that wide. That play from the center. And Rafinha has proven that he's better at the middle back than even wide. So without Lamine Yamal, our creativity becomes difficult for Barca in the final third. So yes, Barca needs to win, but they have the firepowers to get that convincing win having past few games when they terrorized everybody. But by and large, as a Barca fan, I pray that Barca wins that. And I hope that all the parties, all of them come to party, get the point. Celta Vigo not stand a chance for at Barca home.
Well, right now they're playing. Barca is playing away from home in this encounter. Celta Vigo is at home.
The last time Barca played at Anoeta, it was okay. Should be playing home.
All right. Let's see. Well, I think it's Barca is playing away. Yama, what's your take on that Barca Celta Vigo match?
That makes it more odd.
You know, the other time you predicted and you got it right.
Funny that we have a time where talk will be that the support backer fire talk will be hoping that they
they
will
get
get some at Celta. But because one player is out, when we that have been saying it that Barcelona thing they are doing not like in Instagram.
no, can
I
we still
think
say the same thing for to Manchester City? Because right now Rodri is not there and they are struggling.
oh you see, Man
Mm.
City
Yeah.
it is not only Rodri that is not forgot that they sold Alvarez. That Alvarez got a lot of goals last season. I rescued Man City. Not only that, De Bruyne has not been that team this season. He has been in and out. Rodri, the centre backs against Sporting Lisbon, there are two main centre backs were not on field. So you have to consider those ones. But Barcelona, practically what they started this, the only thing that I think was Boelal, I've forgotten his name now that went out with, and they replaced him.
You have to help yourself.
And now Lamine Yamal out. Now the Barca fans are turned to prayer warrior so that they can get something at Celta Vigo. Wonder shall never.
So what's your take on that match? Who is the win?
I still think Barca will do.
Barca
They
win.
need-
All right, the last one for the day. It is the first match for Ruben Amorim. Ipswich versus Manchester United tomorrow. What are we expecting?
Ipswich has been Ipswich has been a banana peel.
They defeated Tottenham.
Yeah, for top clubs, and and they defeated Tottenham at Tottenham's home ground.
Mhm.
So now they will be playing at home against United, and welcoming Amorim. But I believe with what Man U has done in their last 3 games or 4 games, if they continue with that motivation, they can get all the points. 3 points, especially with coach syndrome, as we say here. Amorim has just come in. Everybody wants to impress him, just the same way they impressed the last
Van Nistelrooy.
interim
Ruud.
coach.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
So for me, Man U should win that match, but it just turned out to be a draw at the end.
Yeah, mate. Your take on that?
Yeah, I think Ipswich is not really an info. Manager bounce. I think Man U are poised to. Doesn't want to start as a Man U man. Press. Zeta starts winning. I can down while because he's one manager that likes to.
All right. Thanks for coming to the studio.
Yeah.
Ducky, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right, viewer, thanks for staying tuned with us during the course of the Talk Sports show. Don't forget to join us tomorrow again in our live watch along show where we'll be coming with all these matches: Leicester City, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal. On Sunday, Manchester United versus Ipswich. We'll be here to take all those matches. So for now, it's bye from us and see you tomorrow.